morning, Jen. Good morning, Joe. Good morning, everyone. We're starting off this morning windy. Wind advisory has expired for all of us, but there's still going to be probably some difficult driving conditions, maybe some debris, some leaves flying around. So be careful, and be careful next to those high-profile vehicles. Maybe tie down or take in any loose objects that you have outside. It's also very warm. 69 degrees in Springfield, 64 in Monette, 70 in Camdenton. Winds starting to shift here in Springfield out of the west. That means that front is coming through right now, seeing gusts anywhere between 30 and 35 miles per hour. We have a gust right now in Springfield at 21 miles per hour. Lots of sunshine today. Temperatures will top off in the lower 70s. Overnight tonight, mostly starry skies. Temperatures in the 40s. Tomorrow, a lot of sunshine again, and temperatures in the upper 70s and lower 80s. As that front comes through this morning, winds will shift out of the northwest. We'll see gusts anywhere between 30 and 40 miles per hour. Those will eventually taper off through the evening. Here's what you can expect for this week. That front moves in this morning. We're sunny and breezy today. Northwest winds at 15 to 20 miles per hour. Frequent fronts this week. We have several cold fronts that will come in. Even with those cold fronts, little to no rain chances, but breezy conditions through much of this week. We'll keep riding the temperature roller coaster into the weekend. We'll be in the 80s tomorrow, middle 80s on Wednesday, still a lot of sunshine. Notice a 20-degree difference from Wednesday into Thursday. We'll be in the 60s Thursday, Friday, and again into Saturday. We try and warm back up again on Sunday, and then another front comes in for the beginning of the week. We'll just keep riding the temperature roller coaster.
All right, Beth, thank you. New this morning, Delaware Elementary now has a new learning facility after serving Springfield students for nearly 70 years. The school serves a high population of students with special needs. Principal Stephanie Young says the goal was to design a building for all learners, something the kids would look forward to learning in.
I keep saying it's been like Christmas Day so many times, every time a new family walks in, every time a family that hasn't been here in a while, or some of those that are doing virtual learning and they come back to visit the building for one reason or another, they're walking in and they're seeing the building for the first time.
A few of the changes include wide and brighter halls, a separate gymnasium and cafeteria, and learning pods throughout the building. The school's new construction was made possible by Proposition S, which was passed by Springfield voters back in April of 2019. And that approved bond allowed for $168 million for school improvements in Springfield.
And after starting renovations last year, a school that was built back in 1864 has a new look to it. Kids started last week at Sunshine Elementary, and families are excited about the new changes made there. Upon entering the building, there is a security vestibule. You have to go through there. The school also used to have its cafeteria and auditorium both in the gymnasium. Now that's all been separated.
We're thankful to the Springfield community for their yes on Proposition S. In the middle of a pandemic, it is so nice to have this star moment.
Now, we took a full tour of Sunshine Elementary. We have that available for you to view over on ozarksfirst.com.
Caller 10 is your election headquarters, and we are bringing you all the election coverage you need before Election Day, including our Meet the Candidate series. Caller 10 reporter Madison Heaver is sitting down with local and regional candidates to find out what they stand for and why they believe that they are the one for the job. You can find all our past Meet the Candidates interviews on our website, ozarksfirst.com. Just click the Make It Count button to see who is running.
Going around the region for you this morning, 4 people were killed and 2 others injured during a house fire that happened over the weekend in DeSoto, Missouri. That's just south of St. Louis. Crews responded to the house yesterday morning. The 2 injured victims there that survived had to jump out of a window to get to safety. They were taken to the hospital with severe burns, but were conscious and breathing. They told firefighters that 4 others were in the home. They were found deceased. An investigation is underway into what caused this fire.
Around America, protests outside Milwaukee continued over the weekend. The protesters demanding justice for Alvin Colm, a 17-year-old shot and killed by Officer Joseph Mensah in February. Last week, it was announced Mensah will not face any charges. Police are now accused of using excessive force against some of the protesters, including Alvin Colm's mother and 3 sisters. Dozens of other people have also been arrested, mostly for violating the city's 7 p.m. curfew. Other offenses include throwing bottles and rocks at officers, breaking store windows, and blocking traffic.
Cleanup is in the beginning stages in Louisiana after Hurricane Delta tore through there over the weekend, killing at least 2 people. Delta made landfall about 20 miles from where Hurricane Laura hit in late August. Large trees were uprooted and brought down power lines, while heavy flooding prompted some areas to use airboats to rescue people. The storm spawned several tornadoes that happened actually in the southeast as well. The northeast is forecasted to see the last of Delta's rains coming later on today.
In news from around the world, a new border between the United Kingdom and the European Union is going up as the separation of Brexit is setting in. Construction crews are at work in some English villages constructing the official customs borders between Great Britain and the European Union. Many say they still can't figure out all the upcoming rules and regulations and how the border crossings and tariffs will work. Prime Minister Boris Johnson hasn't revealed full details of the customs process at the borders yet either.
A statue of Christopher Columbus is taken down in Mexico City due to controversy. Mexican authorities say the statue's removal was for maintenance and restoration purposes. The removal is drawing mixed reaction among citizens, some favoring it, while others say Columbus's part in history shouldn't be denied. Mexico's government is protecting other statues with plastic to prevent them from being defaced during recent protests.
In more local news now, Webster County Healthcare is hosting no-cost drive-through coronavirus testing today. It's open to anyone regardless of where you live, and you don't have to have any symptoms or a doctor's order. This is happening at the Webster County Fairgrounds in Marshfield from 9 until 11 this morning. No appointment is needed.
Onto a traffic alert for you today. Drivers using part of National Avenue can expect delays for the next 2 days. Crews are shutting down one southbound lane between Portland Street and University Street for sewer maintenance. Access to cross streets on the west side of National, including Stanford, University, and Kingsbury Streets, are all going to be closed. The lane shouldn't be opened back up until about 5 o'clock tomorrow.
And now here's a look at what's coming up after Daybreak.
Coming up, hearings begin for Judge Amy Coney Barrett. Some senators are angry these hearings are happening at all. Plus, schools are a major source of food for children. But with remote learning, are kids getting the nutrition they need? Coming up on CBS This Morning.
Top trends happening right now. One thing a lot of people talking about in the sports world, not the Chiefs, tough Sunday for them though, but
Yes.
The Los Angeles Lakers actually winning the NBA Finals last night in Game 6 right there. LeBron James gets his 4th championship ring. You see the party on in LA there for sure. Usually the NBA season would start in about 2 weeks.
Wow.
And because of the pandemic, this is what you do in 2020.
There's
So
just, a lot happening.
looks like they'll start up the next season sometime in January.
It was interesting to watch too the virtual crowd.
Yeah, they do that all during the playoffs. It was
Those
interesting.
are funny.
Yeah,
I like
for sure.
those a lot.
Yeah, and a lot of fun, a way to get people involved and
Yeah.
watching from home, and you can see the virtual crowd. So
That
yeah,
was
very
good.
exciting for them. And people painting their houses
People painting houses and
to celebrate.
17 NBA titles is a lot. It's
There
worth
you go.
celebrating
That's
for sure.
true, yeah.
You know?
All right, also trending today, it is Columbus Day, but in 14 states, it is officially also Indigenous Peoples Day. So a lot of states have been doing this officially, so they celebrate either both or just Indigenous Peoples Days. 14 states have done this already here in the U.S.
All right, everyone, enjoy the warm weather that you see right there. All right.
Yep, 80s tomorrow.
All right, everyone, have a good Monday.